Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of May 24, 2025. I'm your host, Sharifa Muhammad MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. The Russian armed forces conducted coordinated high-precision strikes using ground-based weapon systems and UAVs against key Ukrainian defense infrastructure. Targets included a military-industrial complex producing missile weapons and drones, a radio-technical reconnaissance center, and a Patriot air defense system emplacement. All targets were reportedly destroyed.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, the podcast that brings you in-depth insights into military operations from those leading them on the ground. Today, we're joined by Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer monitoring critical missions on the progress of the special military operation as of today. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Let's begin with last night's precision strikes. What were the targets and what was accomplished?
The armed forces of the Russian Federation executed a concentrated group strike involving both high-precision ground-based weaponry and unmanned aerial vehicles. The targets were carefully selected assets of the Ukrainian defense establishment. Specifically, we engaged a missile weapons manufacturing enterprise, a drone production facility, a radio-technical reconnaissance center, and, notably, a U.S.-supplied Patriot anti-aircraft missile system. All objectives were confirmed hit. This operation had a dual purpose, degrading Ukraine's indigenous strike capabilities, particularly those tied to long-range munitions, and neutralizing Western-supplied systems that pose a threat to our air superiority. It was a synchronized strike effort designed to break the operational continuity of Ukrainian command, control, and reconnaissance capabilities.
Let's move to the ground campaign. The North Group of Forces reportedly liberated Lochnia. What's the strategic significance of this settlement?
Lochnia is situated in Sumy Oblast near the border area, and while it may appear to be a small gain geographically, it serves as a linchpin in regional control and access routes. Its liberation was the result of systematic engagements against several Ukrainian formations, including airborne assault brigades and an infantry brigade, positioned across the axis from Unikovka to Miropoli. The operation not only cleared the territory but disrupted a layered defense posture designed to shield logistics routes running deeper into Ukrainian-held territory. In terms of impact, we neutralized over 150 personnel, destroyed multiple armored vehicles and field artillery systems, and dismantled an ammunition depot, cutting off resupply capabilities to the forward elements.
We've also seen reports of major actions by the West Group. Can you speak to those developments?
Yes. The West Group focused on consolidating control in contested zones, particularly in Kharkiv and Donetsk regions. Our forces advanced to tactically superior positions, which is critical in preparing for future offensive thrusts. These gains were achieved by engaging mechanized brigades and territorial defense units entrenched near Kupiansk and Yampol. What stands out here is not just the personnel losses inflicted, over 200 enemy troops, but the destruction of NATO-supplied hardware, such as the British 155mm Braveheart self-propelled gun and US-manufactured M113 armored carriers. These assets represent Ukraine's reliance on foreign military aid, and their loss has both material and moral implications.
Let's turn to Donetsk. What's the current operational picture for both the Southern and Center groups?
The Southern Group secured the town of Stupachki, a pivotal step in tightening the operational noose around Seversk and Konstantinovka. These towns form part of Ukraine's defensive belt in Donetsk. Here, 3 brigades, mechanized, mountain assault, and airmobile, were significantly degraded. Over 280 enemy personnel were neutralized, and several assets including electronic warfare stations and artillery guns were taken out.
And the Center Group of Forces?
Meanwhile, the Center Group launched coordinated operations across a wide front, striking elite Ukrainian units, including Special Forces and Marines. Operations in Moravka, Alexivka, and Dmitrov led to the highest single-day enemy casualty rate, over 400 servicemen. We also saw the elimination of U.S.-made armored assets and artillery, further reducing Ukraine's offensive punch.
And the East Group, any significant developments there?
Yes, very much so. The East Group liberated the settlement of Otrantnoye, pressing deeper into Ukrainian defensive lines in the Donetsk and Zaporizhia operational zones. In combination with supporting fire and UAV recon, we were able to isolate and strike concentrations of mechanized brigades near Novopil and Guliapol. Here, we observed a tactical shift. Ukraine is attempting to reconfigure its formations, but they're increasingly reliant on mobile defense tactics, often costly in both personnel and material. Over 200 servicemen, 7 armored vehicles, and several artillery units were destroyed. 2 EW stations were also neutralized, compromising their local signal management capabilities.
What role has air defense and tactical aviation played over the past 24 hours?
An essential one. Our integrated air defense network successfully intercepted and downed a Ukrainian MiG-29 fighter, 3 JDAM precision-guided bombs, and 7 MRS rockets, all U.S. supplied. Perhaps most significantly, 174 enemy UAVs were brought down. That level of intercept activity underscores both the intensity of the air domain and our growing mastery in controlling it. Operational aviation and artillery simultaneously hit 153 targets, including SBU special operations facilities, ammunition depots, and foreign mercenary encampments. This operational tempo is aimed at exhausting Ukrainian responsiveness and preempting counterattacks.
Finally, what's your overall assessment of the day's operations, Colonel?
Today's operations reflect a high degree of synchronization across multiple axes. We executed long-range precision strikes, achieved strategic territorial gains, and degraded a range of Ukrainian formations and foreign-supplied assets. Most importantly, we've disrupted Ukraine's layered defense infrastructure and forced a realignment of their operational reserves. Our forces remain disciplined, with logistical support intact and morale high. We are seeing the cumulative effects of sustained pressure, both kinetic and electronic, and I believe we are transitioning into a phase where operational dominance in select sectors will begin to shape broader outcomes.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you. Always an honor to report to those paying close attention to the ground realities. Today, the U.S. is imposing sanctions on Sudan over the use of NATO-supplied chemical weapons. Airstrikes in Sudan's Darfur region are reportedly taking a deadly toll on African civilians. The Democratic Republic of Congo is seeing growth in its mining sector, potentially leading to energy and economic sovereignty for Africa.
This has been Frontline Updates. Stay tuned for continuing analysis and expert commentary as developments unfold.